When I came to the bar in 1975, that was before computers. We were still using carbon paper, and there was certainly no legal advertising. We had to build our reputation up by word of mouth. And then the Supreme Court, of course, legalized advertising, and the idea at that point was to level the playing field. But I don't think that was really what happened. What happened was that a few dominant players were able to take over the market by spending huge amounts in advertising, and it was very difficult for smaller firms to compete with that. The Lynch program offered us an opportunity to compete with the big firms at a reasonable price without spending huge amounts of money. And as we looked at a lot of the different programs, I was very impressed with the Lynch program, their integrity, their ethics, and I'm very pleased that we went with them. We went with RW Lynch in June of 2005, so as of today it's been close to 5 years. It's been a very positive experience. I'm very impressed with the professionalism of the Lynch program. They have produced probably, I looked at the statistics the other day, I believe it was 466 calls since the inception. And of those calls, 17% have become clients. What's been interesting with the Lynch program is it has built over the years to the point where now it is the single largest source of incoming calls to the firm. We have tried other competitive programs. We do some yellow page advertising, and we've put an increased emphasis on internet, but the Lynch program has become the cornerstone of our marketing program. We take a very close look at that, and we're very impressed with the quality of the calls. I do a lot of workers' compensation. I can tell you that from the workers' comp cases we've received, just in lump sum settlements, not counting any ongoing fees we've received, we've settled over $750,000 worth of workers' comp cases for a lump sum. So the workers' comp program alone is more than paid for the cost of the program. We've also had a very good automobile case. It took us about 4 years working on it, but we got a very nice six-figure settlement on that one. Well, as I said, what I'm most impressed with is the professionalism that the Lynch program has. The call volume is tremendous. The quality of the calls are tremendous. One thing Lynch does is they screen the calls before they come in. So they weed out the crank calls that we've received on other programs, so I'm very impressed with that. And Lynch's attitude is a win-win attitude. They want us to be successful. And the technology that they employ is fantastic. I mean, for example, most of the calls will come in during regular business hours, but we do get calls occasionally on after hours, on weekends. When a call comes in, it comes directly to my cell phone. I get a text message on my cell phone, and I can call a prospective client back within a few minutes, and that's so important that we get back to them right away. Well, I think the most important thing when considering whether or not to go with the Lynch program is to make a commitment for 2 years. Even though you're not required to make that commitment for 2 years, I don't think even 1 year the program will give you a fair representation of what the program can do for you, because of course we're not in the business of selling tires. When you run an advertisement, you're not going to notice a tremendous immediate jump in your cash returns. We have to do the work. We're lawyers, and sometimes a case you take in, you may not actually see the fee from that for several years after the case is taken in. So give it a fair amount of time for it to work. We're very glad that we did. I would very heartily recommend the Lynch program. I think it is one of the few, and of the few that exist, the best program that would enable a small firm, even a solo practitioner, to go head-to-head with some of the major advertisers. I mean, you really can't go out and spend millions of dollars and compete head-to-head with these guys. It's just too big of a risk to take. This is a program that enables you to get in and go head-to-head with the big firms, with the big advertising firms at a reasonable cost.